Neethimani, respected Secretary Lalit Kumar Ojay, respected management, respected principal Dr. N. Sujata, dear colleagues, participants, and my dear students, very good morning to all. It's given me a great pleasure to welcome you all. First of all, I appreciate to us interest in exploring the opportunities in these sessions. By joining our online sessions organized by VCAT Institute, the National Science Day Celebration 2024. We have a special guest today who I am excited to introduce you to Dr. Karunamoorthy Neethimani sir, Managing Director, Windplus Pvt.Ltd, Coimbatore. He was the founder and executive director of Pvt.Ltd Energy Pvt.Ltd from 2005 to 2016. The deputy manager and Restaurant India and senior vice president of Wind divisions from 2016 to 2021. He has a wealth of experience in industry, deputy managers from 2000 to 2005. In 1995 to 2000, engineer at OM Windplus Limited. He has graduated from Paramount International University in United States with a PhD in philosophy focused on wind energy. In addition, he graduated from Rajasthan Vidyapith Deemed University in Udaipur with a Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Electronic Engineering in 2005 and a Master degree in Electrical Engineering from 2007 to 2009. In 2020 to 2022, he completed a Master of Arts in Leadership Science at Mumbai University. He is now enrolled in an entrepreneurship and a new venture creation curriculum at IIM Kochikode in Kerala, which runs off till 2023. He is on board of many business, including iFox, Wind Techniques India Pvt.Ltd in New Delhi, and KP Energy Pvt.Ltd in Gujarat. He is the member of several associations, including the WWEA and the German Association. Honorary Treasurer, India-based IWPA, he has published a number of articles on renewable energy and wind energy, etc. In addition to my excellence and excellent community service awards, he has so far won over 50 international and national prizes. He has a high profile, take long time, that's why I shortcut this. The topic of today's webinar is the fundamentals of wind energy and its importance. Once again, all the participants, hearty welcome. I hope all of you enjoy the sessions. Have a good time. I have handed over the session to Dr. Karunamoorthy Neethimani sir. Thank you, sir, joining for us. Thank you, sir. Please proceed.
Thank you very much, madam, for the excellent introduction about me and Windplus. And today's topic, it is wind energy,
Thank you.
Basics and its importance. Hope I am audible, studio.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible to you all? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Right. See, first of all, thanks to this Sri Chandra Prabhu Jain College for choosing these topics. I mean, knowing the importance of wind energy, which is mandatory today. Renewable energy is the future. So first of all, choosing this topic for today's presentation. Thank you, Bhavani ma'am, for continuous coordination with us. Right, today's topic. First 4 or 5 slides, will be presented by my colleague Dr. Esther. She is, working as advisor, system and learning development. In Windplus, the wind is the project related, and the plus is nothing but supporting to the educational institutions. That way we, named our company name as a Windplus. Wind, anyway, that is for making the revenue and doing the projects and contributing to the Government of India's renewable energy target, but the plus activities to spread the awareness about this renewable energy and its requirement and its a need of the day, etc. So I will hand it over to Dr. Esther to present the initial 4-5 slides about the basics things. Then after that I will join. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. You are there? Yeah. You can start.
A warm good morning, all and all present here in the Zoom meeting. I am very happy and presenting of this wind energy basis and importance. So we know that already ma'am mentioned that and Sarah also mentioned it is the 28th February is a National Science Day. So why we are celebrating, you might know that we are honoring of this Nobel Prize winner physicist Sir C.V. Raman. So in this day, I'm very happy to present this wind energy basics and its importance. And first we'll go for that what is wind. So in this topic, we have to know that
Slide.
introduction that what is wind. So you in the audience you might know the answer might in your mind. So I explained that the movement of air. This is caused by the sun's uneven heating of earth is known as wind. So how do I know this? And normally in the morning, the sea from the air which will move from sea to land because the sun will heat the land so that the hot air will rise. So the void is void is there in the land space. So the wind which moves from sea, that is water, to land, that cool air will fill this void. In the evening time, it reverses. That the wind will move from land to water. So this movement of air, which is caused by the sun's uneven heating of the earth, this it is known as the wind. Okay. Considering this wind, we have to know the types of winds. We have to consider this center line, that equator is focusing the wind which is focusing on this equator. It is called a trade wind, at a monsoon. Which is away from the equator is called as a local winds. Okay. Then where we find this, where are the site conditions? So here we can see that it is a hilltops with flat terrains, valleys, passes, and in which here I mentioned the top 3 sites in India. That is, one is Mukandal Pass in Tamil Nadu, Chitradurga site in Karnataka, and Ramakal Medu in Kerala. And in India, it is a 5 among 3 were mentioned again in this slide. That is 3 main passes as Uppandal Pass in Kanyakumari district, the Palakkad Pass in Coimbatore, and Chengotai Pass, Tirunelveli, Tuticorin, and Tenkasi districts. The purpose of wind, we have to know the purpose of wind. We know that it is the main thing of breathing of a human being as well as the animal. So next thing is it is used for cooling purpose and helps in rainfall. So when considering this wind, which has some important gases, that is oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, and CO2. This oxygen and will inhale this and will exhale the CO2. This plants which will inhale that CO2 with sunlight, it will produce the, it will do the process, that photosynthesis process. So it is also using the CO2, so it's present in the wind, right? Next, we are considering this wind, it is in breeze, as in storm. So in between, we are calling it as a wind, which has the energy. So this is introduced, this is found out by the Dutch peoples in 17th century, and they used this wind for irrigation purposes. And later, 1887, the first windmill, which is used to produce the electricity, which is built by Professor James Blyth. Okay, and a year later, this wind energy made it to be a United States, And next thing is, they found out that the potential energy which is available in the wind, they utilize that for several purposes. And that for stone cutting and other, not only for irrigation, for other purpose also they utilized this. And the 80s, later 80s, the commercial exploitation started by Denmark with 55 kilowatt to 200 kilowatt, right? And we have to consider the problem. So we know that this wind, it is a natural which has a environmental friendly, non-polluting and environmentally sustainable energy, renewable energy and clean and green energy. Okay, so these are the some basics, and in which how this, when we are taking this wind energy and how we are converting it to electrical energy, what are all the components, how it works, what are the advantages, this will be explained by our beloved MD, Dr. Karunamoorthy Neethimani sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Esther. So now in continuation to the properties of wind energy, we have seen it is a environmental friendly, non-polluting, environmentally sustainable energy, renewable energy, clean and green energy, right? So what is wind energy? So wind energy is the conversion of kinetic energy into mechanical energy into an electrical energy. So the kinetic energy here we have, the blades, the rotor has been shown. From kinetic energy into mechanical energy, there is a gear system there in between, and then the final output is the electrical energy from the generator. So for the easy understanding, we have put you some graphical representation. So what is wind energy? You can easily able to say that from kinetic energy into mechanical energy into an electrical energy. And then these components. So what are all the components inside the wind turbine available? Okay, so if you take, all these names are there. The major thing is this generator, the final outcome, which is coming from the, electricity is coming out from the generator. And this wind van, which is there for, monitoring the wind direction. Because the wind will come any degree. So out of 360 degree. So wind van is there to detect the direction from which direction the wind is coming. And the anemometer to measure the wind speed. So what is the wind speed at this moment? Because the power generation from the wind turbine, it is directly proportional with the wind speed. Okay, the power curve will be between wind speed and the kilowatt. That is the generation. What is the wind speed? Accordingly, the generation will increase or decrease. And then controller is there, gearbox is there, the low speed shaft. These are the major components of wind turbines. Mainly you got to understand gearbox and generator, these are the major one. And I will show you one video. With that, you will be able to understand how all these components are functioning. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand. Now, I will present one video. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Ma'am, this video visible to all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible, sir. Visible.
Okay. Many students or many people might have seen this wind turbine installed in many areas of your areas also. Like, if you take in Tamil Nadu, most of the installations of these wind turbines happened in Kanyakumari district, Nagarkoil, Kanyakumari, followed by then Theni and Udumalpet area mostly. So this is the wind rotor actually, the blades. Okay, this is called as a rotor. Rotor is connected through this main shaft. Okay, through this main shaft with a gearbox. See what we saw in the previous slides, the kinetic energy here. It is a kinetic energy converted into mechanical energy here, and then finally converted as electrical energy there in the generator. Okay, this is a rotor where the blades are there, which is connected through this main shaft with the gearbox, and the high speed end of the gearbox is connected with the generator, the green box, that is the generator. So these are the major components. Rest of the components are there in the top. You can see how it is working. See, when this rotor rotates, this main shaft rotates. When this main shaft rotates, then the gearbox rotates. The gearbox, there is always it is like a two-wheeler, four-wheeler. Gearbox is there to increase or decrease the speed. If you want to go speed, then we will increase the speed. There will be always low speed side and high speed side in the gearbox. The low speed end, the rotor is connected. Okay, rotor is connected. The high speed end, generator is connected. That's it. So when the rotor moves, this gearbox also rotates, and the high speed side generator also rotates. Then what is inbuilt inside the gearbox? How many gears are in there? All those things you can see here. Here you can see there are 4 motors, this side 2, that side another side 2. Those 4 motors are slipping into this ring. We saw some items like wind van and anemometer and all. So based on the wind direction, the entire unit will rotate. You see. So it depends on the wind direction, the entire unit will rotate and face the wind direction, so that it harness the wind and generate the electricity. So even see the blades also rotating, depends on the wind speed and wind direction, because sometimes there will be a cyclone kind of wind, 50 meter per second or 40 meter per second. That time, if entire force of the wind is applied on the blade, sometimes it may get break also. So that this technology is inbuilt with the wind energy, that is a pitching system. Like if when the more wind, gusty wind we used to call, when sometime it occurs, because all these wind turbines are installed in the remote area, open to sky it is, anything can happen. So but we have to advance with the technology to meet such a challenges also, so that the pitch system is nothing but to meet such a gusty wind challenges. So it will pitch out and pitch in. Okay, so that the blade is protected. That's all. See, this is the on the top of the wind turbine. Only these are the arrangements there. So kinetic energy, that is a rotor which rotates, converted as into mechanical energy in the gearbox, and then it is finally converted into electrical energy. This is the working principle of wind energy. So now we will go back to slide. Yeah. Right. So these are the components of wind turbine, which we had seen in the video also, and how these kinetic energy conversion happen, and finally how the electricity is produced. Next. Yes. So types of the wind turbines. There are three types. Two in onshore wind and one is offshore. So in the onshore wind we have horizontal axis and vertical axis, and offshore wind only this horizontal axis is there. So what is the difference between onshore and offshore? Because in offshore there will be a lot of wind, the wind speed will be more, and the what do you call that 24 hours there will be some wind will be there in the offshore. But whereas in the onshore it depends. In seasonal wind in India or across the globe, I can say from mid of May to mid of September, that is the windy season actually across the globe. Okay, but whereas in the offshore wind there will be a continuous wind flowing. Right? That is the only difference between, so that the generation or the electricity production will be more in always in the offshore wind turbines. So that the offshore wind turbine capacity is also it is a each wind turbine capacity may be 6 megawatt or 10 megawatt, something bigger wind turbines. Whereas the onshore, so far the big wind turbine is only 5 megawatt. And you got to know, understand about the key stakeholders of this industry. RE means renewable energy industry. Okay, so who are all those three key stakeholders? One is IPP. IPP in the sense independent power producers, who has only money. That is what we can put that simple. You have to understand who is IPP. They have fund, a lot of fund, but they need good projects for the investment. So for that they take technology from this OEM, that is original equipment manufacturer. In India, there are a lot of good manufacturers like Vestas, Suzlon, GE, Siemens Gamesa. All those are called as OEM, original equipment manufacturers. Like in our even at home, we have the brand of washing machine, TV, AC, etc. Like they are all OEM. That is original equipment manufacturers. Likewise, here also the original equipment manufacturers, Vestas, Suzlon, Siemens Gamesa, General Electric, etc. And they have a technology. These people, IPP, have the money. Money means they have a fund for investment. But to facilitate for both of them, that is IPP and OEM, then there is a developer is needed. So in Windplus, we act as a developer. So what is the role of the developer? Developer, discover the potentials across India, even international also. I mean, what is the potential? We have to look for it. Where is the land available? Potential land. Not only land. In that land, there has to be a wind or solar potential. It is a scientifically we have to do the research. There are a lot of softwares and tools available with us. So where I mean, because why it is very much important, because your revenue to go with the IPP, when they will invest, if they are getting the proper revenue, and the revenue is completely depends on the potential available in the land, whether wind or solar potential available in that land. And the third component is a grid. Grid is grid integration. Only one disadvantage in wind or solar energy is we cannot store the energy. It has to be immediately consumed. But now the technology is coming up with the battery arrangement for storing the things, that is battery energy storage system. But it is yet to be proven. Okay, so there are three key major stakeholders. One is IPP, second is OEM, third is a developer. Right? OEM is for manufacturing. They have a technology available with them. IPP, they have a fund with them. But what they will do? Only with the technology and fund. Execution, who will do? Developer does. So that Windplus, we act as a developer who facilitate OEM and IPP. These are the three key stakeholders of this industry, and the students who would be interested to start their career in renewable energy, you can choose where whom you want to join. Like IPP, you want to join, they have a fund. IPP, and I can proudly say that this is the only industry where core people, non-core people, arts people, everybody can join. Everybody is having the openings in this industry. If they are joining with IPP, they will be doing the energy. What is the generation today? What is the revenue has come today? All those things they will learn and they will contribute in that. If they some people join in OEM, they will learn the technology, how the technology and the technology advancement, etc. And all the students will learn and apply their mind in it. Developer, it is actually a field work, who will facilitate for both this OEM and IPP, which Windplus is doing it. So students, based on your interest, you can choose your career, whether you want to join with IPP, OEM, and developer, right? Yeah. So now three dimensions of wind energy. What is three dimensions of wind energy? So though the technology is available, fund available, but without these basic three things, that is, there has to be a land. In that land there has to be a wind. There may be a land, vast land of 2,000, 3,000 acres of land, but without having the potential, either the sun radiation or the wind speed is not enough, then the land is useless. Okay, and land is there, wind is there, but the grid is not there. Grid is means to integrate the generation which will be produced by wind turbine, which has to immediately pass on to the grid, so that the domestic and industrial can use that energy. Okay, so it's a all three are important. Okay, land, wind, grid, all are four letters word, end with D. So that is what we are telling, that three dimensions of wind energy it is. Without these three basic things, nothing can happen. The wind energy cost today is almost 8 crores per megawatt. Okay, so but out of these 8 crores, 25% contributes these three things. That means about 2.5 crores worth of work will be by this land wind grid. Without this 25%, then 75% is not having any value. That way you have to understand. Though the technology is contributing 75%, but these are the 25% is important. These are the basic things needed. Yes. Now coming to now you have learned what is wind energy, the working principle. We have seen through some videos, and who are all the major key stakeholders of this industry, and which is the three major dimensions. I mean, three dimensions of wind energy. All those things. Now you have to understand India's target and opportunities. So this G20, which is written here, why it is written G20? Everywhere you can see now there is advertisement is going on in the TV. In that, if you travel in the bus, you will see that G20 logo. You will be there. You travel by flight, airport, railway, everywhere they are displaying this G20. What is G20? So there are global countries. There are 20 countries. Okay, coming together and leveraging each country's strength with another countries and promoting the renewable energy. That is what is G20. The main three objective of this G20 is, one is the first is sustainability. What is sustainability? So now everywhere you can find this word, sustainability is important. Sustainability is important. Okay. So whatever the four parents kept this earth or this world for us, so we have to hand over to the next generation in the same way, without impacting much on this earth. Don't take it granted on these environmental things, etc. Okay, the sustainability. And why it is important in renewable energy? Because right now our country is consuming 85% of non-renewable sources. Thermal is contributing a lot. Suppose if one unit only 15% is from renewable energy is contributing, other 85% still we are depending on coal, thermal, right? If it keep increases the dependability in coal, then the global warming will keep increasing, which is not the good sign for any country's growth. Okay, so that the G20's importance is sustainability. Second is climate change mitigation. So what is climate change mitigation? So all these 20 countries, they go signed one protocol that every country they go to see that the temperature this global warming, the temperature is not increasing above 1.5 degree. That is what climate change mitigation. We got to mitigate temperature. For that, the usage of coal-based all those things has to be reduced. That is what now EV vehicles started coming, and so that coal-based. I mean, we need to reduce the temperatures. So the advancements happening to meet out the climate change mitigation. What is number 3? The financial stability. These are the 3 goal of G20. Last G20 meet held in Delhi, in which chairperson was our PM. Okay, remaining 19 countries plus India. Totally 20 countries they participated in the event, which held in 9th of September 2023 in Delhi. So this will happen very often, G20 meet. So 3 major goals: sustainability, climate change mitigation. Third is the financial stability. These are the main goals. So first 2 points you can see, sustainability and climate change mitigation. Without renewable energy, increasing in renewable energy contribution in our energy consumption, that 2 points are not at all possible. Sustainability and climate change mitigation. So the importance is being given for renewable energy industry. You see the target for renewable energy in 2030, that is today we are in 2024, in which today we are in 44.7 gigawatt installation has happened, which we want to increase it to 140 gigawatt. That means 100 gigawatt more installation will happen in India, wind. And similarly solar, currently we have 76 and 280 is the target for 2030. So how much remaining yet to be established in solar front? It is 204 megawatt. And other renewable energy sources like biomass and small hydro. So this is the target to be achieved by 2030. If we achieve this target, then today's contribution, what is it? 15% of renewable energy, rest all from the other sources. So by achieving this target by 2030, our renewable energy consumption contribution goes to 50%, from 15% to 50%. That means we are indirectly contributing to this climate change mitigation and sustainability. And by 2070, our country, we want to be a net zero. That means we will not be using any coal or thermal power from 2070. So from this slide, what you can understand, students, there is a huge target, okay, set by Government of India. It is not the choice now, renewable energy. It is mandatory. Want to go with renewable energy only. Okay, so that now a lot of circular has come. All the industries have to consume 10% renewable energy. The textile is any industry. Suppose if they are consuming 100 units, 10 units has to come from the renewable energy. That policy and all already released. So renewable energy is the future. Okay, so this much installation is going to happen, like wind 95, solar 204. So what I said, wind per megawatt costing is 8 crores. If you multiply by 95, it's a gigawatt. So 95 into 30, that is 95,000 into 8 crore. I don't know how much billion. That much investment is going to happen before 2030 in the country. Similarly, solar per megawatt costing is somewhere 5 crore plus. So 204 multiplied by 1000, that is 2,04,000 megawatt into 5 crore 25. So that much billion is going, investment is going to happen. That means a lot of investment is coming to promote the renewable energy industry. So students can choose your career also in this renewable energy industry, which is the future. It is not only for India, it is a G20, it is a global demand. And in India, we are blessed with wind and sun potential actually. So that the remaining countries in the Europe, they don't have a sun at all. I mean, the sun is there, but the solar at all, I can say. Because of it is, this country is having very, very less temperature, 4 degree, 5 degrees, something they are running it. So they have more fund, but they don't have a potential in that country. So they are coming with their fund and investing in India. India is blessed with both wind and solar. Right. So now advantages of the wind energy. Already we covered in the previous slides also. Clean energy. It is a clean energy. It is not polluting anything. Okay. There is no carbon emission. Naturally, it takes the wind and kinetic energy is converted into mechanical energy into electrical energy. You are getting the clean energy. Clean energy. Whereas if you take thermal, okay, it pollutes. Okay, coal has to be burned and it pollutes actually. That is what now the vehicle also, the Bharat 4 engine, everything there, technical advancement is happening. So clean energy, wind is the clean energy, renewable is the very clean energy. And second is energy independence. See now for coal we are depending Australia. We are importing coal from that country. We don't know, there are two threats. One is when they will stop, supplying us the coal. I said only 15% of renewable energy contributing, 85% still we are relying on the other sources only. If they stop coal, then what will happen? There will be a scarcity for the energy. There will be a lot of, electricity scarcity. So for that we should have our own, since our country is having a lot of potential, we are blessed with more wind and sun power. So energy independence by increasing our renewable energy, this thing we no need to rely or depend on anybody else resources. Okay, one is coal, and the coal also, suppose even in Australia also, the fossil fuel, when we are depending on that, there is a threat. So sometimes it may not be available on the earth also. Then what will happen? It's a threat. So one is raw material availability is also threat and high dependability. Still 85% we are depending on the other sources. So that now the policy, has been advanced. By 2030 we have to reach 50%. By 2070 we want to reach net zero. So by increasing wind and sun, wind and solar establishment in the country, we can become an energy independence, which is very much needed. We have to, have everything enough. That is what is Make in India. Everything is becoming. Yeah. The third is job creation. As I mentioned, this is the only industry having the job openings for core people, non-core, arts and science, and even the IT people. Everybody can work in, even the MBA, mathematics, BSc, everyone can work in this industry. There is a lot of openings there for all kind of, stream, whoever is performing in their studies. And fourth is cost effective. It is a very cost effective energy. Wind today cost is less than 3 rupees per unit. Okay, it's a cost effective because so resources are, it is free. Whereas the thermal and all, we have to buy the resources. Coal and all, we have to purchase it. And then purchase it. One side it is polluting also, the other side it is not cost effective. Right? Rural development, the final one. See, all these wind and solar projects are happening in the rural areas. Why rural areas? Because it doesn't, require any obstacles for any production. For wind farms, there should not be any obstacles, even 5 meter, 10 meter height, no. there should not be any obstacles. It has to be a free flow of wind, so that it is mostly rural areas are chosen for developing wind and solar projects. And in our country, by establishing all these projects, the rural areas also getting developed. One is job creation, and a lot of the non agricultural land we are converting as a revenue land. I mean, like we are generating as a revenue, and they are getting the local employment like watchman, security for every windmill we are keeping on watchman. So they are getting the local employment. They no need to travel to city for getting the job and local employment, and also for doing the logistic and transportation of these windmills. The existing roads have to be strengthened, developed, making a lot of street lights, etc. So the local rural areas, people are getting many advantages of this project. And the best advantage or the main thing what they are getting is, it is a breakdown free electricity they are getting it, because the generation immediately pumping into the local grid. From there they are taking the consumption. So it is a totally the electricity is 100% availability is there in the rural areas also now. These are the major advantages. Importance, yes, climate change mitigation I covered. What is climate change mitigation? That is 1.5 degree. Our global warming, it can go maximum, increase 1.5 degree. So that is what the protocol every country has signed. Second is energy security. I said, energy independency. Right now we are highly depending on the thermal and other sources, which we have to mitigate. We have to reduce it slowly. By 2030, we want to reduce our dependency to 50%, and then 2070 zero. And then last is socio-economic development. So today's topic, ESG, a lot of environmental, social, economic development is happening. For that also, wind energy is contributing a lot. So this is what from our side. If any doubts, we can ask. We have covered basic working principle and what is the why it is important in today's scenario. G20 we explained, and climate change mitigation, sustainability, etc. we explained. So anything you have any doubts, you can ask.
Students, if you have any queries, please write the chat box. Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, hope you are able to understand how this wind energy.
Yeah, everything is very. Sir, everyone listen very quietly. No one asking questions, sir. But everyone listen very quietly, sir. More than 150 members are listening. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
The presentation was for 45 minutes we scheduled, and 15 minutes is kept for the question and answers. So exactly we have completed in 43 minutes. So 15 minutes is there for students to any kind of questions, like we are ready to answer.
Yes, sir. Please. May I ask, please, sir?
Yes, ma'am. And meanwhile, I will, this is about me. You already presented.
Someone asking. Yes, sir. Someone asking, what is the relationship between the renewable energy and wind energy? You are explaining more things about the renewable energy, no?
Sorry, come again, ma'am.
Relationship between the renewable and wind energy, sir.
Correct. No, you are asking renewable energy something.
How to relate it?
Question.
Sir, some students are asking how to relate the renewable energy to the wind energy.
Acha, okay. To relate renewable energy into wind energy. Yes, sir. Okay. But wind energy is the renewable one, no?
Yes, yes, sir. So, some of the wind energy is converted directly to the electrical or something.
Correct.
Yeah. So you told the wind energy is related to the mechanical energy, converted to the mechanical energy. Finally, it's again it's
Yeah.
converted mechanical energy, electrical. It is possible.
Yeah, it is for see, the final outcome is the renewable energy only, no?
Yeah,
The working
once again,
principle.
please explain, sir. Once again, you please explain.
Acha, okay. The slide, okay. This is what we are talking, madam. So wind energy. Okay, it's a conversion of kinetic energy into mechanical. Kinetic energy is actually it is a what we can say it is a it is freely available. That is
Mechanical
what kinetic
energy.
energy is freely because yeah, the wind is always available even when we breathe. Okay, that is what mind and wind there is a correlation actually. We are where is the we are breathing for breathing also we need wind, right? Yeah. So that is freely available. It is existing. There are Panchapudangal, that is, out of which that this is already existing. It is existing, available. So that is that we are taking and we are converting into mechanical energy. And then it is electrical energy, the output.
Sir, any competitive exams are available related to your this field, sir? Any competitive examinations, sir?
Any
Like UG level exam. Any competitive examinations to
competitive
enter
exams.
that field, sir? Yeah.
Okay,
What are the
okay.
exams are available?
Madam, no. See, in Windplus we have one training division also. Okay, so from April onwards, because there is no separate qualification is there for wind joining joining this industry. Basically, that is what I said. Mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, or electronics, all non-core also people can join. It is easily you can learn this technology. And National Institute of Wind Energy, NIWE. Okay, NIWE. Students can view that website. Okay, they conduct free programs a lot in Zoom online, so that you can keep join and you can learn. It is from the Government of India, National Institute of Wind Energy, NIWE. Okay, and from Windplus also we are going to conduct free training for the students who are willing to join the renewable energy from April 2024. In our website it is there, WSSC, that is Windplus Skill Scale Center. We are running it. Everybody is having some skill with them, but we will scale up their skills which can fit into this industry. Something like that, we have planned some study materials, course materials, etc. Any other doubts, ma'am?
Sir, okay. Some of the students are completed after the completion of BSc Chemistry or Physics degree. What degree we need to enter
Yeah.
that directly to the EPC, sir?
Directly to?
If
Yeah, directly
you want the
they can
field,
directly enter into this industry.
any degree is possible to enter the wind energy related.
Exactly, yes, any degree, yes. Yeah. Because the
Okay,
chemistry
sir.
people, chemistry people, what they will do in the inside, lot of lubricants also we are using it for cooling and for the gear oil, gearbox, that and all chemical properties. The lubricants which will be using, because this wind turbine is operating 24/7. If the wind is there, then there will be a lot of, the temperature will increase, the wind turbine, all components. For that, every area we have some lubricants for cooling the things. So that and all, the chemistry people can easily understand. They can, the operation and maintenance area, operation and maintenance segment, they can join and work.
So someone asking other questions, sir. Sir, it's possible the hot places we collect the wind energy, sir? Which place we collect the wind energy? More wind energy is a cooling place or hot places?
No, it is not cooling or hot. There has to be a wind potential. See, we have some tools, windographer, the meteorological mass data, etc. If it is, cool or hot doesn't matter. There has to be a wind speed. That's it. And the selection of the site, one category is the wind speed. At least the 1 year average wind speed, it should be 6.5 meter per second. The yearly average wind speed. It is not about the whether hot or cold sites. It has to be obstacle-free site, plain terrain, obstacle-free. There should not be any obstacle for the wind flow. In that, then we will study by using our softwares and the tools available with us. So what is the wind velocity, wind speed over there? If it suits the minimum requirement, then we will say select that site.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. Enough, sir. Enough. Yes, sir.
So
Enough,
far,
sir.
you have
Thank
taken,
you.
lectures for all these colleges, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Vivekananda, Loyola, Avanti, Kamaraj College, Ramco Institute, St. Joseph, Eastbury, SSN College. These are the topic given by those institutions.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this is
Okay, sir.
my contact number and other things. Students can note it down, not an issue. And anything, happy to help you for anything for the renewable energy industry, whoever is, and I always believe in, knowledge is the only wealth which no one can steal from you. So in Windplus, the knowledge is playing a vital role. So we do a lot of projects. This company was started only 3 years ago. I take a lot of leadership sessions also with the students, to whoever is interested to start their business, startups, etc. So I take sessions for them also. Windplus is the only three years old company, but already we are 42 full-time professionals in the company and having more than 100 crore business in the book. So we are doing excellent. Any other technical questions, students? And madam, you can also ask. Where is this college located? Because one time, we'll take the live session also. That will be, student interaction will be good.
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yeah, any other doubts, ma'am?
Thank you, sir. Sharing this informative session, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you then. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Every one of the students find it fascinating and learning along with us. No, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I invite Maithili, ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, to the vote of thanks, sir.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks a lot for giving us this wonderful opportunity. I advise, we will take some live sessions with the students. I think the voice we are unable to. Yeah. Yeah. I were not audible, ma'am. So may I exit from this?
For sharing our knowledge. Importance of wind energy working principles and the key stockholders of RE sector, IPP, OEM, developers, etc. Your presentation has ignited curiosity and inspired us to delve developers into wind energy and its importance. A special thanks to our management for their meticulous planning and tireless effort in this webinar. I would also like to express our appreciation to our esteemed principal in charge, Dr. N. Sujata ma'am, and to my HOD, Dr. G.P. Kavani ma'am, for the training force behind the encouragement and the strong belief in teamwork. Last but not least, I extended my gratitude to all participants whose active participation has made this event vibrant and dynamic. Once again, I thank you everyone. Finally, I thank to Technical Assistant Balaji sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
See you for program.
Thank you for everyone. Thank you, sir. Thank you all the participants, and thank you for the guests. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.